man. We still here, and y'all still here too, man. Y'all tuning in, y'all know what this is, man. Good day, good people. This is the Crocs and Socks podcast, also known as Crocs and Socks the pod. Thank y'all for being here.
Hold on, let me get us going. You ready?
Yup.
Cuz said he ready.
We gotta add some hard shit right here.
What?
Oh yeah.
Yes, sir.
Crocs and Socks, let's go.
Let's go. Crocs and Socks, baby.
Let's go.
Another crazy week.
Crocs and Socks.
Let's go. Crocs and Socks, baby.
Shout out to Swell. Shout out to NOVI TV over on YouTube.
Well, baby. Make sure y'all subscribe. We back in this bitch again, yeah.
If you haven't caught up yet, that track in the background right now.
Yes,
that's
sir.
the good brother himself, NOVI Lee, right there.
Yes, sir. That's a good throwback right there.
Check that out right there if you get a chance. We're gonna let it ride a little bit.
Yeah.
One in the trap, right? Hey. Staying up till it's stacked, right? Hey. 4-5 in your lap, right?
Hey.
I shoot a nigga in his back, right? That's true, B, you gon' die by shit. One thing I don't do is what? Lie about shit. A lot of rap niggas do. I'm tired of that shit. Try to rob me, I find
Let's go, baby.
Hey.
Yes, sir.
Crocs and Socks, good day.
That was
good
off my last
people.
That was off my last project ever, too.
Marvelous.
That was off of Marvelous, man.
Yeah, shout out to NOVI Lee,
love,
man. Yes, absolutely. Crocs and Socks.
Man. Crocs and Socks, baby.
We back. Good day, good people. This is
back.
Crocs and Socks, the podcast. I'm Kanal with the Amp Influencers.
And your boy NOVI Lee with NOVI Lee TV.
Yes, and we are
back,
here.
Man.
We're going to get into it. If you're new here, we got to get into our house rules. So we're going to cover our house rules, and then we're going to jump into it. So the first thing you want to do is make sure you got your Crocs on and your socks on. It doesn't matter if they're in 2-wheel drive or 4-wheel drive. You just want to make sure you're being yourself and you're comfortable. That's what it's all about. If it's Saturday morning, then you just woke up and you tuned in over on Swell getting that audio cast. And then Sunday, the early birds are going to wake up with the good brother NOVI Lee over on YouTube. Yeah, NOVI Lee TV to get the visuals, man. One more time, that was NOVI Lee, artist is known as Scrobe in the music world.
Yes, sir. That was my song.
Play a role right there.
Yeah, yes, sir.
From the Marvelous
yes, sir.
album.
Gotta play a role, man. That's one thing I learned growing up, man. Learned real young, man. Yeah, I appreciate the love, kid, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
For sure.
See this one right here, bro? Crocs and Socks. I'm gonna give it to you.
How'd you feel about that, right?
Let me give it to you.
Gotta pay to play, you gon' cry today. If I find out where you niggas stay, I'ma hide out, I'ma gon' late. If I hit fucking charge it to the game. All my plugs paid, call that loyalty. Stick to the script, nigga pay your fee. Stand up, guy, yeah, there's no police. Stuck to the script, I ain't taking plea. Stick to the script.
Let's
That's
go.
what that lawyer money for.
Let's go. Listen, NOVI Lee,
baby.
man. You asked me how do I feel about that album, bro. That's one of my favorite albums. If I gotta be real with you, while we here, we can do this, man. This is our platform, and we're gonna make sure we showing all the creators love, and you yourself are a great creator, my brother. So we're gonna spend a little time right here for a minute. Let me see what else I got right here, because this right here, man, this is really one of my favorite songs. Anytime, full disclosure, me and my family, we take any type of road trips, at some point in time, I'm going to go through the Rolodex and I'm going to play this song right here just because. I'm going to give y'all a little bit of it right here on Crocs and Socks, the podcast, because we know y'all the best listeners in the world.
Here,
so let's go, man. We're going to get into it right here, man. Let's see what we got.
He actually put y'all on game, man. I was not up to this. Let's go.
Crocs and Socks, the best listeners in the world. This is Scroll, man.
He putting y'all on game, man.
NOVI Lee. I know a little something about this riff you got playing right here. We can talk about it after the song plays.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
I want to let him get a full effect, bro.
I feel like it's an interview.
You deserve it, bro.
Yes, sir.
Shout out to the Crocs and Socks listeners, best listeners in the world.
For you on this road. Finding my way back home.
Let's go.
NOVI Lee.
When everything new's become old. I'm just finding my way back home. For you.
Check this part right here, listeners.
And I changed.
That's right.
I changed a lot more for you.
Yes, sir.
And I changed.
NOVI Lee TV.
changed a lot more for you on this road.
All right, so that's the
Yes,
good brother
sir,
Scrobe,
man.
aka
That was-
Novi Lee,
Yes,
with
sir.
Cam. Can you tell me a little bit about that?
Man, since Skinner got me feeling like I'm on an interview here.
Talk to the good
I'll
people,
go
man.
ahead and talk to you and tell you where the concept of that song came from, man. That song came
Open
from.
ears.
Yeah, well, at the end of my projects, once I had children, I dedicated the last song on both of my projects to both of my children. So when it came down to Marvelous was a different type of album. Marvelous was a more melodic album. Marvelous was, Take 5 was pure rap. Take 5 was bars.
Right.
Like,
Right.
and Marvelous.
I remember. Trust me, I remember.
Yeah, and the follow up to which was Marvelous was basically me leaving the game and explaining how my life has blossomed,
Okay.
and why I'm taking this next step, which was ownership, and why I was taking that next step. And the last song was called Cam.
Yes.
And
Speak to the people, man.
yeah, it was called Cam. My son's name Cam.
That's right.
So
that was an acronym of
That was an
Cam,
acronym.
and if you didn't
Changed
catch
a lot
that,
more,
changed
man.
a lot more.
'Cause I changed when I had my first one.
And that's a beautiful sentiment,
Then when I
man.
had my second one, I changed more. You know what I'm
Listen.
saying?
Well,
Now I'm a saint. I got 3.
What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get into another track, but I got something I want to give you, bro. I got something I want to give you, so I'm gonna jump into another track. You give me 1 second.
Man. This is the last one you get, because
I'm gonna be back.
This is gonna be an exclusive right here.
Yeah, man. Hang out right there in a second, bro.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, we shot that video to this right here. Let's go,
Niggas
man.
just front
Crocs
with the
and
money.
socks, baby.
Niggas just front with the money. They ain't doing nothing with the money. They ain't doing nothing with the money.
Putting y'all on
Niggas just
game, man.
front
I
with the
don't know
money.
what he got
Niggas just
going on.
front
I
with the
ain't see
money.
this stuff coming.
They ain't doing nothing with the money. They ain't doing nothing with the money. But I got drive. I can't stop. I got drive.
Let's go, man. Let's go, bro. Listen, ain't nobody gave you your golden mic. I'm gonna take a little bit of time right here, bro. On Crocs and socks, bro. I ran back into the back of the studio to find this thing.
No, man.
I ran back there to find this thing, bro. Listen to me, bro. Listen to me, bro. I know you doing a lot of things now. I know you done moved on to the video and the photography element of this entertainment business, and you know you're a media light. You showing up at all the events. The people know who you are and they appreciate you. But if we haven't told you lately, bro, the songs that you put out, bro, the music that you put out along the journey, it's important as well.
Yes, sir.
So if the Crocs and Socks listeners don't know about the music, please tap in with the music. He goes under the mantra Scrobe in the music world, and that music is there. It's there for you guys to go enjoy. So when you listening to his takes right here every week on Crocs and Socks, the podcast, don't forget, man, this guy is well rounded. He's got a lot going on, and it's a pleasure to have you on the show with me each and every week, good brother. So I'm gonna give you this because your music means a lot to me. Like I said, me and my family listen to that music as we're making our trips. Yeah,
yes, sir,
yeah,
man.
Here
Thank
you,
you,
go,
man. I appreciate that, man.
Yes, sir.
I appreciate that. The golden mic, man.
Absolutely.
Hey, man, I appreciate that. That means a lot, man. It means a lot, man.
All right, Crocs and Socks. All right, that's it. Look. We got a show. We got a show to get into, man. But nah,
we got a show to get into, man.
Good brother, you really deserve the kudos,
that,
man. You really deserve the kudos.
A lot of the new generation doesn't, you know what I'm saying, they don't know. It's a lot of the new millennials and, you know, the Generation Z or whatever, you know what I mean,
Right.
whatever they call that nowadays, that might not be familiar with my artistry. And yeah, man.
We definitely wanted to let them know, man. I had to let them know.
It felt good you did. You surprised me.
Well,
you know
good,
what
man.
I mean?
I'm glad you enjoyed
me.
that, man.
Yeah,
I'm glad
man.
you enjoyed
and
that.
it felt good to see, because one thing about music is music lasts forever, man.
That's
music
right.
Music is timeless. So
when was that album? Let me one more time. That Marvelous album. I heard you reference 2005, 2006 in the music, but I think that was talking about an early event.
That sound, that was for that sound for that record.
Okay.
I believe I want to say 2016.
Okay.
I want to say 2016, 2017.
That makes good sense. That makes good sense. Good
like
music,
I said, man, it just, that was my last album, bringing in entrepreneurship and ownership, man. And you know, I'm saying 2019. I made a decision to make everything legitimate, man. Being my own boss, business, bank account, LLC, IEN, all that good shit, man. So
yes, sir.
I just want to motivate y'all, man, and let y'all know it's all right to do your music, but have an end game plan also, and it's something I could always do. Yeah. But I want to be able to give y'all great content
and give y'all nothing but the real, man.
That's right.
Look
That's
at man.
right.
This week been crazy. I feel like every time we get off this fucking couch,
Something
man, it's something fucking
comes
happening, man.
up, bro. Something comes up. We got a lot to get to on that front, but before we do,
Hey, look at man.
Listen.
Look at man.
What's up, brother?
I'm at rock bottom.
What's going on? You at rock bottom? Talk to him. It's you in the camera. It's you in the camera. I'll get out of the way. Go ahead. It's you.
I was a monster then. I felt like shit then. I feel like shit now. I just want to apologize. Oh my God, man! The apology heard around the world.
Oh my goodness!
Oh my God, man!
That subject in itself. Okay, we don't want to jump past because keep in mind the listeners didn't get to hear us tell them about the actual video itself. That happened almost as soon as we
break
came
it
off
down
the air.
to him, man. How'd it go down, man?
Excuse me. So last week, we did get to speak about the documentary over on Tubi, The Downfall of Diddy.
Yeah, and what's so crazy, you brought that up that same day.
Right.
Yeah.
So what ended up happening was a video was released, and the video, it was sad, it was upsetting, it was horrific. He was literally assaulting Cassie. Some people are going a little bit further and saying that he was holding her against her will, aka kidnapping. If you haven't seen the video, I don't want to say you need to see the video, but you guys do need to understand that some people are capable of some things. And it happened in that video. Almost anything you can imagine other than, it happened. So shortly after the video was released, within the week, Diddy decides.
That weekend. It was that weekend.
Okay.
He didn't let it get to Monday, dog.
Well, there you go. Diddy decides that he's going to do a one-on-one with his cell phone, and he's going to lock in and he's going to make an apology.
Tell me why it looked like he was in Bali with goddamn Russell Simmons.
I don't know. I heard that too. I don't know where his location was, Crocs and Socks listeners, but myself included feel as if the apology wasn't directed. Even though I've heard he can't say her name and things like that, it wasn't even like subconsciously directed towards Cassie. It was as if he felt like he needed to apologize to us.
Yeah, man. Well, first of all, man, I wanna have thoughts and prayers to Cassie.
Absolutely, man. That was sad to see, bro.
And her mother, you know what I'm saying, her father, her family.
She's someone's daughter, someone's grandchild.
Because it's a ghetto everywhere in America. Mm-hmm. It's toxic situations every day that people are in. But when you put yourself in a situation where you can see that same toxic situation years later, and it's put everywhere across the world, and you seeing your daughter, or you seeing your sister in that compromising in that horrible situation, it's unbelievable and something that's gonna be traumatizing, because that's something that forever people are gonna insinuate with Cassie. Now, when it comes down to the apology, we all know that apology was for face value, and I don't know if his attorneys told him that was the move.
I don't know if he spoke with anybody before. I don't know that he spoke with anybody before releasing the video. The video was so. I hear you said it earlier. The millennials, they use that word cringe and cringy, but it had that feel to it. It was a cringe feel. It was like, why are we hearing this from you right now? Why are we? Usually something horrific happens or something's revealed like that, and people get low.
And it's horrible that once you get to a certain amount of power, mm-hmm. or you get to a certain level, that people really feel like no one can talk to you. And that's crazy, because if I can't talk to you, mm-hmm. I can't be a friend. If I can't keep it real and tell you, hey yo, bro, you tripping, then I can't take you seriously as someone that even could be in my company.
Right.
So it's a horrible look on not only Sean Combs, it's a horrible look on everyone around him. It's a horrible look on his entire infrastructure. Like we literally seen something that would traumatize not only a child, but it would traumatize women, mothers.
Oh man, it would traumatize anybody.
That's something that nobody
on
wants
any
to
level.
See.
Right.
On any level. And even in movies, it's still
a tough thing to see, knowing that it's acting. Like Precious was an abusive situation. Right. That was a movie that I'm gonna be honest, I never watched. I've seen it here and there, but I didn't feel comfortable even seeing a mother treat their daughter. That
was sad.
So man, when you dealing with her situation, man, God, I feel like definitely God was with her, because you got to look at the scenario from the report, because we're gonna give y'all the news. We do our research.
Yeah, we've been doing some research.
Talking. We don't just come on here talking.
We have been doing some research, and when you finish up, I wanna insert a little something too.
Yeah, from what we did our research, and from reports say that in the lawsuit she stated that Puff was asleep at the time, and she felt like that was a good time to do it. She was really looking for her way out,
and that was the time. So
now you turn. And everybody at the time saying he going down, he going to jail. If you watching this podcast right now, you can obviously see that that's not the situation.
No.
Which got a lot of people fucked up. And it's got a lot of people feeling like justice ain't justice.
Statute of limitations and all that's coming to play. But what I was going to say is they're saying that depending on them, there was an angle missing from the video, that if that angle shows that she was drugged back into a certain area, something like that, then there would kick into a kidnapping charge, yeah. Which doesn't have a statute of limitations. Yeah. Meaning that could be charged right now. So I wouldn't, just to see that he would come out and do an apology video directed towards.
What's your percentage of thinking he going to jail? What's your percentage right
that's
now?
That's a really good question. That's a really good question.
Because we want to be able to.
Crocs and South, so we want you guys to answer that question as well. In a percentage form, all right? In the comments, give us just a percentage. We'll know exactly what you guys are talking about. Percentage that Diddy goes to jail based off of what we know right now. I definitely have to say it's on the high end because of just what I've seen. Let's go with, and this is sad all the way around hip hop, by the way, but it's probably a 70 to 75% chance based off what I've seen and heard of what could possibly be out there and uncovered about Diddy's actions. There's a 70 to 75% chance that Diddy's gonna be incarcerated. What would you have to say about it?
I'm gonna go with like 95.5%.
Okay,
and I feel like that because we just seen people go to prison for less, and not only that, they can always hit him with the okie doke. Like, and when I say that, what I mean by that is how when you live in the United States of America, you can be charged two ways. The state can let you go and they can pull a boosie, and then when you walk out, the feds come pick you up for the same charge. Okay. So I feel like they haven't struck yet, because what they're doing is they're building. Right. They're building, man. They're building because when they slap them cuffs on, bro,
that's when it gets real.
They ain't coming off.
That's when it gets real because the reports are saying,
and you ain't bonding out.
The reports are saying that this video footage, Cassie, when whatever happened with the exchange of the video, the hotel gave Cassie a copy of this video also. But that's not where this is supposedly coming from.
Where's it coming from?
They're saying that it came from the raid on Diddy's home.
Wow. So what you saying is he kept that video for intimidation?
They said that Diddy did things like this. Listeners, I'm about to give you an exclusive.
Okay, let's go.
Because unless you've done this research, I don't think this is one of the headlines that came out about this story. So, at one point in time, Cassie made a song talking about the situation and how bad it was and things like that. The song was never released, right? But Diddy would play this. There's a video of the song playing in the background while Diddy's supposedly like abusing or bullying Cassie. There's a video in circulation there. So how just diabolical of a person do you got to be that you know that she created a song that was talking about the situation that you have her in? So during a fit of whatever, while you're abusing her, you're playing the song that she wrote about the situation.
And that's why he was like, you ain't got shit to say.
That's scary.
Now you ain't got shit to say. Yeah.
So anybody that had any shade towards Cassie, because there were some people who thought that she was on a money grab and all these things, and nobody saw the amount of grooming that was involved with a 19-year-old girl meeting one of the biggest moguls in the music industry and being taken under his wing and given a 10-year contract and only 10 album contract, and only one album came from a 15-year relationship with this man.
I definitely feel like I feel like he did the same. He did worse than what R. Kelly did because he did it the legal way. I feel like they said that R. Kelly was holding women against their will. He was holding her against her will. Yeah. And I feel like he did it through the contract. He did it through the industry. So, man.
As far as that goes, what I'll say personally is I don't even want to level it. Y'all both on some ridiculous stuff. So, you know, I don't know. You asked me what the percentage was of Diddy going to jail. I'm still at about 70 to 75 because I know how much money and power makes a difference in this country. So
did you catch Cam talking about that shit on CNN?
So that's what I was gonna bring up. That's what I was gonna ask you. I definitely was watching Miss Abby Phillips. Shout out to Miss Abby Phillips. A lot of people are giving Abby flack, but they have to understand that was her job to do exactly what she did. Yeah. She wasn't supposed to just have a super friendly conversation with Cam. She was supposed to find out if he knew any insider information about this person that he may have at some point been close to. So when Cam was asking about the talent, that he wasn't saying necessarily, he wasn't speaking about Abby. Mm-hmm. He respects her, I'm sure. Yeah. He was speaking about who didn't relay the message that he ain't about to say anything that's gonna give them a headline. Yeah, that's all he was saying. Yeah, she did her job. His own
platform, which he was able to put out there, and he was able to put out there and show people like, yeah,
he did something
I got
dope.
Promo, so that was dope as fuck.
On CNN,
that's some shit I would do for Crocs and Socks. Yeah.
Primetime CNN coverage. Cameron, I don't know the name exactly of his little cups or whatnot.
Oh man, that's Pink Horsepower.
Pink Horsepower. He definitely took a sip.
Be free.
He definitely took a sip of the Pink Horsepower live on CNN. If you get a chance, Crocs and Socks listeners, go check out the exchange. It's not very long. I just want to hear what you guys think because some people are saying that Cam was disrespectful. Some people were saying that Miss Abby Phillip was trying to make him say something he obviously wasn't going to say.
How you feel? What you think?
I feel like she did her job and she did a great job.
What you think about Cam?
I think
what
she's respectably. What I think is, now that I've heard what Cam said, because I can't act like I didn't. I heard what he had to say. I do think that the person in the middle didn't relay a good enough message to CNN or to Cam. Cam got on there expecting to have a general conversation, I'm sure, but not they're going to try to get a headline out of me. She went on there thinking her job is to get headlines out of her guest, but the person in the middle didn't let her know, hey, Cam already that's not where he's going with this. Yeah. He's willing to sit down and talk to you about the situation, but he's not. So whoever was in the middle made that situation happen.
Well, you know what the problem was? They booked Cam. Mm-hmm. That wasn't Cam. That was Rico.
Oh, I saw that going around too, man.
Oh, so, hey, that was Rico.
You gotta be careful. You just gotta be careful.
Yeah, man. You know who else gotta be careful?
Oh my good. Crocs and Socks. Listen.
Oh girl, who called herself putting their hands on Kelly Rowland, stepping on her dress.
Oh, the guy, the one that tried to. Oh no, hold on. I think we're talking about two different things. I saw where she took offense to somebody trying to move her.
Yes, that was the same situation.
So that was a lady from the video I saw. I couldn't tell if it was a guy or girl.
No, it was definitely a lady.
And she tried to move her right along.
Yeah, man, you can't do no shit
on like the red carpet. She calls herself.
They be acting like Kelly Rowland.
She is a child of destiny. Don't you ever forget it.
Destiny's child.
So make sure that you respect her, especially on that red carpet when the cameras are flashing off left and right.
You wouldn't have did that.
You shouldn't do that to nobody in reaching distance of Beyonce.
Yeah, man.
That's why it was disrespectful.
And what I like about it is she ain't shy towards doing it, man. Sometimes people got to know their place.
So how did she handle it exactly?
Man, she
because all I saw, the clips would only show the interaction, which was the lady trying to shush her.
Nah, it was finger and face.
Oh, they got to see. I didn't even.
Yeah, she turned around, put her whole finger in the face. You will not push me along. You are not my mama.
I love it.
I am not your child.
I love it.
Oh God,
is that what she said, or were you just lip reading?
I lip read it. Yeah.
All right, you are not my mama. I am not your child. Crocs and Socks, man. Y'all the best listeners in the world. While we got y'all here for a second, I want to spread some great news about one of our presenting sponsors, W Energy Drinks. That's right, W Energy Drinks. Shout out to W. If you're not in tune with W, all you got to do is go to Google, Instagram, Facebook, any of those platforms and type in DUBBY. And you better believe that W Energy Drinks is going to be showing up on your screen. Guess what, Crocs and Socks listeners? W has reached out to us, and since they care about you guys, probably not as much as we do, but they do care about you guys. They've given us a discount code. So when you order your W energy drink, which is going to give you focus, it's going to give you that energy that you need to get through these days, to get through these weeks, so you can make it back to the Crocs and Socks podcast. It's really there for you, for the gamers, for the up all nighters. W energy drink. And guess what? We were only available in the powder form, and we had 5 amazing flavors.
Yeah.
Yes, but now
Tell me more.
Now, as excited as one can be, on May 22nd, 2024, our presenting sponsor, W Energy Drinks, has canned energy drinks available right now. We have moved on from the powder. Open up a can of whoop ass, baby. We have moved on from the powder form, and we are available in the canned form. And they've done something special. For the first time ever, an energy drink is available. That's right. In strawberry banana flavor. There's no energy drinks on the market that are strawberry banana flavor, but that has come to an end thanks to the good people over at W Energy Drinks. That's right. So use that promo code Crocs, the symbol, and socks, and you're gonna receive at least 10% off of your next order. And if you order in some of those cans, I think they come in a 12-pack. If you want to send a couple this way, for me and the good brother Novi Lee, we'd appreciate it. Man. Now, I'm sure W's going to be sending something this way here soon. Yes, we've got to get the word out, man. We've got the cans available. We've got strawberry.
Open up a can of whoop ass, man.
We got strawberry banana, which I said is the first energy drink to ever offer that flavor. And also, we've got mango orange cream. Yes. So as of May 22nd, W Energy Drinks is coming to you in the canned form, which you can take it with you on the go, and it'll stay cold for as long as anything in a can will stay cold. All right?
That's pretty long.
That's the truth. And that's what it is. Awesome. And congratulations one more time to our presenting sponsor, W Energy Drink. Get you some.
Sponsor of the week, man.
Yes. What you got, brother?
Promo code, man. Shit, man.
Promo code Crocs and Socks. That's the symbol and socks.
Man, my Knicks went home, dog. That shit hurt my feelings. Woo! And I was really rooting for him, but guess what?
What, man? What, man?
Wolves pulled through, man.
Yeah, the Wolves are still there. So, but listen.
That's who I'm going for now.
All right. Well, now that you're saying that, I've heard a lot of people behind the scenes. We got a lot of Crocs and Socks people really close to the pie who, we have these conversations. And I've heard behind the scenes that when Novi Lee jumps behind the team, that team's demise isn't far behind.
So
he jumps on with the Knicks. He jumps on with the Knicks. And what happened to the Knicks? That's right.
They back home.
Now he jumps on with the Timberwolves. Timberwolves played against Luka Doncic and Kyrie Irving, and the rest of the Dallas Mavericks. And game 1 went a little bit like your New York Knicks.
Man, y'all got to get it together, man.
So are you saying right now that you are a Timberwolves fan?
Yeah, I'm going with them.
And they just went 0-1 in the series.
Bring your ass.
Timberwolves fans, we're so sorry over here at Crocs and Socks the Pod. For some reason, this guy has decided that he's a Timberwolves fan, and you guys are down 0-1. But I have to talk about the game that Luka and Kyrie played last night.
Oh,
bro,
man, they played an incredible game, man.
Listen, I've been watching
every game, and that's new for me. That's new for me, man. So that's how you know this shit's serious now.
Let me ask you the question that's been floating around some of the biggest sports stations and channels that there are. I'm going to ask you right here live on Crocs and Socks, the podcast. Novi Lee, who do you think is the best 1-2 tandem in the NBA history?
It's easy, man. You got to go with Jordan and Pippen.
You had a little time left. That's the one you saying you want to go with?
Of course.
Well, there seems to be, and I would think a lot of people would say that, Jordan and Pippen. But the consensus across the new world of sports analysts is that Kyrie Irving and Luka are the best. They were saying the backcourt or the best 1-2. Excuse me.
Oh, now they looking at them like a duo.
Yes. And they're saying that they are the best duo in NBA history.
Man, let them win.
The argument was this.
Let them win 6 championships, and then we'll discuss that.
That's what I feel. I feel like they have to be consistent and be consistent and win some championships, and then we can have the argument, because Kobe and Shaq had
That's my second.
I know.
That's my, yeah,
R.I.P. to Kobe.
Yeah.
Kobe and Shaq had an average of 57 points a game over their run.
Yeah.
Luka Doncic and Kyrie right now are at 57.4 points a game. I know that's not the only stat that matters, but that was the stat that they kept going to. Okay. Also, just a little sidebar, Westbrook and Harden, they had the actual highest average, but as you know, they didn't go on to win any championships. So that lets you know that doesn't necessarily translate.
Don't mean that.
My biggest argument is what happened to Stockton and Malone?
Jordan and Pippen. That's
I mean, what? It's just like all of a sudden, you know, we're right now. They're looking really good right now. What happened to Curry and Clay? What happened to the Splash Brothers?
See, I was telling.
Don't they have legitimate championships and legitimate championship runs?
All good things must come to an end.
Today's man, listen. This is
and
what
it's
it
a
is.
New era
Today's world and media is prisoners of the. They're prisoners of the moment.
Yeah.
The analysts were 100% serious in their takes when they were saying that the best duo in NBA history is Kyrie Irving and Luka Doncic.
Man, and
it disappointed me. It disappointed me. It disappointed me.
And you know what's starting to piss me off too? I'm starting to see a lot of these people out here. They see what's, like you say, what's going on now, and they just come up with stats. They're coming up with their own stats. And
to give relevance.
They're trying to make Victor Wembanyama the hottest.
Oh, he had the most jump ups right before he caught the rebound. What does that matter? I don't know, but he's got the most. He's got the most of them.
He's not in the finals, so it doesn't matter, man. He's not in the playoffs. It doesn't matter. Right. You know, so I mean, what I do like to do, I want to say I do like the direction that the NBA is going in.
Okay.
The reason why I want to say I do like the direction it's going in is because they're giving the new young kids their shine. They're giving them their time, and because they already gave them the money. You got these young guys out here making money.
Yeah, the money is out there.
The real athletes never seen. So now I seen somebody post a comment on social media the other day, and they said I'm kind of glad LeBron ain't in the finals, and they said because I would have got tired of seeing him. I agree. Every commercial would have been LeBron. They've been milking that cow for 20 years. So the reason why I say I love it, because no lie, when the Knicks got beat, I was about to be out of it. I was like, man, you know what, fucking, I'm good on it. I'm not fucking with this shit. But then when I understood Ant-Man and did my research on him,
22 years old, man, balling. If you're not familiar with Anthony Edwards, the Ant-Man, man, listen, I was giving them flack about going down in 0-1 in the series, but it's gonna be a great series. They only lost by I think 2 or 3 points last night. So
because they didn't give Karl Anthony Towns that 2-pointer.
Yeah, it was like there was a controversial call where there was a 3-pointer shot which almost went down, but it didn't go down. And Karl Anthony Towns comes out of nowhere, skies in, dunks the ball. Great play, right? No, the refs decide that was they call it like a goaltending charge, but the points were null and void, and that changed everything. Yeah. That was late in the game, and I think that changed everything. Yeah. There was also some rumors about the fact that Ant-Man was talking a little trash prior to the game starting, and Kyrie went out there and proceeded to put on a show. But at the end of the game, when he was talking to Skip and the guys, man, when he was talking to Ernie and
he went up there like
Shaq and all them, Kyrie definitely showed him love and said he appreciated the trash talk. Like he gets it. You know, he didn't down talk him or anything like that. It feeds into the game for Kyrie, I think, and he's not upset about it at all. I do too.
I love it, man. I'm here for it, man. So who you going with? Who's your prediction?
I asked brother Steve, producer Steve, about this earlier, and I asked him that he think the champion of the NBA champion was coming from the Timberwolves and Magics. I mean the Timberwolves and Mavericks series, and he answered me quickly. He said no.
He going with Boston.
Boston, and
he's a Boston fan.
Absolutely, but he knows the game and he knows what's going on.
Well, I seen that,
and he is biased, and I did take that into consideration.
But I seen that 3 in overtime from Jaylen Brown.
Yes.
Oh my God!
And this is what his argument was.
That's why
Shout out to producer Steve,
bucks.
by the way. Steve, this is what he said. Not only is Tatum playing at a high level, I mean, big and strong and fast and all over the court. The wild card is, who did you just mention? Brown. That cat can jump out of the gym. When he decides to turn it on, it ain't nothing nobody can do about it. His argument for Boston winning this whole thing, man, and I've seen Tatum. I've been watching Tatum.
Yeah.
He's really good. He's really good. And Boston has that history, and that, you know, all of that comes into play. That fan base and all of that. But I'm not gonna lie, man. I'm not willing to say that Luka and Kyrie are the best 1-2 tandem in the league ever. But right now, watching them play, they unstoppable, bro. There was times where Luka was making his shot, where there was no shot. Luka was making his shot. So who knows? It's still a toss-up. It's still early. I think right now I'm leaning Luka, Kyrie. Where you at with it, bro?
Man, right now I'm going with Ant-Man, man. I'm going with.
You sticking with those Timberwolves even after all of that? Okay.
I'm going with the Timberwolves versus.
I respect it. Crocs and Socks. You heard it here first, man. You heard it here first.
Don't count them young boys.
This cat's getting behind the Timberwolves, so shortly around the corner there should be a few of these things. You wanted some of those? Oh God. Oh man. Shout out to the NBA. They're doing great things right now. Let's talk about the WNBA just for a second. I saw where LeBron came out in defense of Caitlin Clark.
Yeah.
How do you feel? I'll say how I feel. I feel like he definitely had a point. His main argument was that we got to give a little grace. She is the reason that the WNBA has the spotlight on them right now, but she is by no means the best player in the league.
And she'll become that. And
that's going to take time. He said if he didn't say it, the quote around his saying was something around the crown, heavy is the crown. Yeah. Heavy is the crown. Now, and whether Caitlin Clark builds up her muscle and her armor to carry that crown, that heavy crown, and become what it is, you know, we expect her to be, that story is going to tell itself. But currently, right now, we shouldn't be holding her to that expectation. Yes, she is a phenomenal player who has the potential to go on to be the best WNBA player, some would say, ever, right? She has the potential, and we can't take that away from her.
Nah.
But that's not how we're applying our expectation upon her.
That's not how the world is. I mean, that's not how society is, man.
We're looking at
right now. That's not life. You're not going to come. Yeah, you might be dominant in one level, but once you go to the next level, it's gonna be difficult, man.
Yes.
And that's what it's about. Getting better and leveling up, and she'll level up with time.
We gotta give her that grace, man. We gotta give her that grace. And I appreciate him doing that as well.
As a king should.
The flack that he received from that was the fact that he introduced Bronny into the situation. He kind of was saying he compared Bronny and the weight that he's bearing.
He pulled the camera on? And he was on CNN and he shouted out his brand.
So he compared those two things. But shout out to the WNBA, and like I said, I agree with LeBron. I feel as if we should give Miss Caitlin Clark a little bit of grace. Actually, not just her. All of those players who just made that amazing run in the NCAA and became WNBA stars. Let's give them a little bit of grace. Let's let them build this league up. All right, let's let them build up the league. Shout out to the WNBA one more time right there. Crocs and Socks, man. We thank y'all for being here with us and listening. Crocs and Socks are the best listeners in the world, and we want to keep you guys informed, and we want to let you know about any and everything that's going on in this world, this crazy world of ours. But sometimes we want to just let you guys know about somebody who's doing something really dope and really amazing. And this week I want to let you guys know about somebody you may or may not know. All right,
put them on game.
Yeah, man. You watch any NASCAR, NHRA, any type of sports racing?
But I'm about to start getting into that.
All right, I think you should. And also I want to shout out, we've done some work for some of the local tracks in our area. Shout out to Greer Dragway, the good people over there, Mike
Greer Dragway.
Yes, absolutely. It's part of the culture here where we are, and the racing scene is trying to expand its tentacles out into different cultures and things like that. So I want to let you know about, man, this guy, man. I gotta let you know about him because he's doing some dope and amazing things. All right?
Put us on game, dog.
Are you familiar with Raja Caruth?
Nah, not at all.
All right, guys, Crocs and Socks listeners, get familiar with this name, and you heard it here first, right here on Crocs and Socks, the podcast. Raja Caruth is a truck driver in the NASCAR Truck Series. He drives the 71 truck, And he's a black man, and he's a proud black man, and he's in a league that is not surrounded by many men like him,
predominantly white,
and he's still maintaining his individuality and who he is. And man, we're extremely proud of him, first of all. But like I said, he's driving that 71 truck, and it's clean. Oh yeah, it is clean. It's that blue, red and silver look. It's he's a Hendrix Motorsports, which is one of the biggest teams in racing, right out of North Carolina. Hendrix Motorsports racer. Okay. He's part of that team. But Raja Caruth is also he's a graduate from Winston-Salem State University, and he's from the DC area. He's setting the tone in the truck series. Soon enough, he'll be in a car doing the Indy 500, and we'll know this name. So you heard it here, right here first.
Crocs and Socks, the podcast.
Do your research on Raja Caruth. Right now, him and his team are doing a giveaway. I think they're giving away some merch and stuff like that. Go ahead and let him know that Crocs and Socks, the podcast, sent you. Get involved in that giveaway. Get you some of that merch. Post it. Tag us in it. We'll make sure to post it on all of our pages. For sure. Raja Caruth, the 71 car in the NASCAR Truck Series, doing some dope and amazing things. He posted up this thing a couple weeks ago where he said, and it caught my eye. He said, excuse me, just remember, 5 years ago, you dreamed about where you are now. And that made me pause for a second. And I was like, what was I doing 5 years ago? What was my mindset 5 years ago? What was I thinking and dreaming and preparing for 5 years ago? You know, Crocs and Socks listeners, do the research on yourself. 5 years ago, what were you dreaming about? What were you seeing for yourself? And if you haven't obtained that goal yet, start writing some stuff down and get back to it. All right?
Sure, man.
What I took from that was there's time. We've got time. We don't have an endless amount of time. But over time, if we commit ourselves to something, we can obtain anything.
It can happen, man.
We can obtain anything. So Crocs and Socks listeners, take that tidbit with you. Do your research on Raja Caruth, dope and amazing. We're going to say creative because he's creating a culture over there in that NASCAR series, truck series that there's unlike anything we've seen over there. So shout out to him and shout out to that, man. We're here. Crocs and Socks, y'all the best listeners in the world. Brother, is there anything else? Anything else we want to let them know about this week?
I think, I think we covered it all this week, man.
You know, Diddy is starting to take over our shows, bro. We might need to
stop talking about this dude. Diddy, stop doing shit.
It's getting out of control. No. It's getting out of control. The diddler is taking over our show, and we're tired of it. Crocs and Socks, we assure you, it's hard to say that because anything
can
happen.
Get up, Diddy, from this chair,
and anything comes out about you, TMZ, any of these people, Shade Room, say anything about you, we're not y'all gonna have to get it from somewhere else.
Hey, I'm just gonna feel like you executive producing at this point.
He's an executive producer on Crocs and Socks, the podcast.
But yeah,
scratch that. Diddy'll be done trying to actually use that. No. That does not count at all. We're gonna
then he'll try to take that.
Timestamp that, man. Timestamp that. Before we get out of here, man, let's just give them one more shout out and let the listeners know that they are the best listeners in the world. If you're tuning in over on Swell, it's gonna be 10 a.m. Eastern time. If you haven't downloaded the Swell Talk app, do yourself a favor. Download the Swell Talk app. It's in the Apple iTunes App Store right now. Man, Swell, thank y'all so much. You're doing some amazing things for us. We'll talk about it later. But also YouTube, man. YouTube, you see us, but you don't see us yet. I'm talking to the company itself. But YouTube, we thank y'all for the platform. We're over there each and every Sunday, 9 a.m. Eastern time on NOVI TV. You can check the playlist over on the Amp Influencers playlist. Man, we just want to say thank you. We are grateful for our listeners, for our fans. We will be back next week with another episode of Crocs and Socks, the podcast. Brother, if you have anything for the listeners, please let them know. If not, I think it's time to wrap this pod up. Even though we don't want to go, man, we'll wait patiently and see if Diddy comes up with any more production material for us over here on Crocs and Socks.
Hey, I'm pretty sure we're gonna have a 50-50 with that. But knowing how this man track record been, it's an 85% chance. But yeah, y'all take it easy, man. And remember,
hey, we about to get out of here. We don't want to go, but it's time, all right? So if it's that time, we're going to get out of here the same way we get out of here each and every episode. If you guys know it, say it along with us. If you don't, learn it right now so the next episode, you can say it along with us and we can all be a Crocs and Socks family over here, all right? Novi Lee, you ready for this?
Let's go.
Salute to the creators.
Stick to the script. Nigga, play your role.
And we still still here, and y'all still here too, man. Y'all tuning in, y'all know what this is, man. Good day, good people. This is the Crocs and Socks podcast, also known as Crocs and Socks the pod. Thank y'all for being here.